Can you see one?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you jump into the meeting chat, you will find the link, also the QR code for registration in Osmosis. You have this trial opened at your university, so you need to follow that registration link. You need to register. When you click the link, you will see this interface, and then you need to register your account by putting your school email with your school email domains, right? So only school email domains are needed for registration, right? So you need to put your full email with your name, surname, or the number that you have, but you need to register. Simply, you need to register. In this registration process, you will receive the confirmation link. So you need to be able to open email on your school email box, right? And then when you submit the link in this email, then you will have access to full Osmosis, which looks like this is my interface of my account of Osmosis, right? You will see your name here above this searching field. If you want to look for the topics, I have information that my internet is unstable. Hopefully you can hear and see me. If not, just ping me. So if you spread this view all topics menu, you will see the full menu of Osmosis for medicine package. I mean for learning medicine, and then you can see foundational sciences divided into anatomy, all those subjects that you have on the first years of your career. So from anatomy through histology, physiology, pharmacology, microbiology, and so on, embryology, and so on and so forth. Then when you move right, you can see that this menu is also organized in organ systems. So more or less the same topics, but a little bit differently organized for organ systems. Then in this basic sciences part, you will find USMLE Step 1 review, which means questions in USMLE format. This format is very useful because it's usually very clinically oriented. So this basic knowledge that you will find in the videos, you can practice in the real patient's life through the questions. I will present it in a few minutes. Then we have clinical sciences, which is under heavy development right now. As you can see, new videos are coming, and we are covering those subjects that you can see on the list, from emergency, family, internal neurology, obstetrics, pediatric psychiatry, and surgery. And then you can jump into USMLE Step 2 questions, which are heavy clinically oriented, right? So you can see all the subjects by scrolling here. Also, when you scroll fully down, you can find also dentistry package, where all the videos which are relevant to dentistry topics are gathered in one place. Then some videos about learning sciences, and some other that you may be interested about, some competences in your medical life, like professionalism and some communication skills. So not just medicine, also those soft skills which correspond to your future medical career. So let's maybe jump to embryology to show you the examples. Oh, I asked you to put in the chat. Do we have any response? Who is our audience? Do we have students?
Yes, so we have one response.
Teaching chemistry, biochemistry. Okay, thank you for this. I will jump into that topic. Okay, so let me jump back. Let's spread this menu again, and let's jump to biochemistry and nutrition to show you this particular part of Osmosis. So as you can see, we are in a biochemistry full menu, and this is divided into biochemistry and nutrition. And then under every part of this package, you can see the videos covering particular topics. So let's jump into this one as example, citric acid cycle. I will play this video, I think without sound, so you have to believe me that there is a lector speaking. Let's play it from the beginning, or maybe you can hear. Oh, sorry, something wrong. Let's try again. Yeah, this is the problem with my internet connection, definitely, because this is live platform. Can you hear the sound?
No, but we can imagine it.
No. So there is a lecturer speaking, describing a little bit all this that we can see on the video, right? We can activate the lecturer's speech so you can read it, what he's saying, because in this video there is a man speaking, right? So we have the video, which is very much visual. As you can see, this is a little bit dynamic. Everything is moving constantly. It's not a stable screen like in the book or PowerPoint slides. You may know this format from some advertisements in Instagram or maybe in TikTok. And this video is quite short because this is less than 10 minutes. So why is that? Because young people, young students coming now to universities, this is a generation who or which was born in a mobile phone in hand. So these young people simply got used to visual short formats of Instagram and TikTok. Some people say that Osmosis is a medical TikTok, right? So the format of Osmosis videos corresponds to expectations of the young generation who really needs this kind of format to be able to adopt this very vast, comprehensive knowledge, right? So as you can see, more or less, this format is relevant to all the videos in Osmosis. And there are more than 2,000 videos covering this whole, all subjects that you could see in the menu that I spread initially, right? So first we have those videos which are funny, animated, dynamic, very engaging for young people and very helpful for them to memorize and understand the topics they investigate. There are some functions that you know maybe from YouTube, like backward or forward. Then you can also switch the playback rate, because when you are watching maybe the video the second or third time, you can speed up the time, the speed of the video. And what I've done, I just indicated those captions, which are available in English and Spanish. Some videos are even divided into chapters. This one is not divided into chapters, so there is no such function, but if there are chapters in the video, you can see them here. So we have the video, you can see it in the full screen or just like this that I started. Let's stop the video. I believe you grab the idea of the format. Let's scroll down. When you scroll down, you will see highlight notes. Highlight notes are simple summary of the topic covered in the video. Let's see it in the full screen. So as you can see, very clear. Again, there are images structured on the page, few pages of information that you can investigate like I'm doing right now, or you can even print them to keep them in more traditional format. Let's come back to our main page. This highlight notes was they gave us 12 pages, right? When you scroll even more, you will find some dig deeper links, which means the link to the most relevant chapter of the book. If your university would subscribe our platform Clinical Key Student, you would have access to Clinical Key Student chapter of medical biochemistry, which is the most relevant to the topic of our video. So this is a kind of synergy between two our platforms, Osmosis, which is very modern for young generation, and still, because you cannot be doctor just by watching fun animated videos, the link to the most relevant book. What else? When we go there on the right side, bottom right side from this main video screen, you will find assessment part. I told you about USMLE Step 1 questions, which are here because the topic is from the basic sciences, but also we can see flashcards. So let's jump to flashcards. I practiced them before, so that's why I had this retake information. If they would be new for me, I would have simply start. So let's start. Restart again. So the flashcard is a sentence with some missing word in the middle somewhere, missing word or missing symbol or group of words that students should be able to fill in in their mind, right? Like by answering questions, right? So I'm trying to feel it in my mind, and before I get feedback, I have to evaluate myself if I'm low or high confident about my knowledge in this flashcard. So let's say I'm low confident because I don't know, and then I have this proper word that should be filled in my flashcard, right? Then I can type if I got it or if I missed it. Why is that? Because we have this spaced repetition technology in Osmosis, and the flashcards that I'm low confident or I'm simply missed, they will jump to my spaced repetition queue, which is here, and they will be more often than the others that I was right or high confident. So this is like clever way of learning where you spend your time when repeating the knowledge through flashcards on those that I was weak before, right? And there is no need to come back to the flashcards that I was fully confident or simply right. The same technology we have in questions. Let's come back to our main interface and let's jump to the question. So I will retake here, and I have 4 questions, as you can see, for this particular video. Yeah, so we have the question. That one is very theoretical, which is very exceptional. The others are usually very clinically oriented, right? But anyway, we have this question and we have answers. And again, we have to choose the proper one. And before we get feedback, if we are right or not, we have to again rate our confidence. I'm low confidence, but I was right because the question is highlighted in green. If it would be wrong, it would be highlighted in red or pinkish, maybe rather, depending on the screen. What else? If we need a kind of explanation, we are followed to see main explanation, which is on the right side here. Major takeaway, main explanation. This one is extremely short. Usually we have a little bit more, sometimes some pictures and so on. Also, we have explanations for all incorrect answers, right? So with this, we can deeply understand this topic, this question, and the proper answers and improper answers, right? Let's jump maybe to another question. Maybe another will be more clinically. No, this is again very, very basic, I would say, or theoretical. And again, let's try. As you can see, I was wrong because question is in pinkish color. And again, I have explanation on the right side. Also, when you, in the whole Osmosis, when you jump to any bluish words like here, these are the links to another videos. So you can simply jump to the video explaining mitochondria or some other subjects that are highlighted in blue. Right, so this is our Osmosis interface and the functions. Let's come back to main page again. Now, as I said, you have your spaced repetition queues. So all the questions, flashcards that you are practicing, they will jump to your spaced repetition. Now let's try to. I would like to show you the way how teachers can use Osmosis and prepare the content for students. Also, students can use it in this way, but I believe the functionality that I want to present right now is very useful for teachers. What I'm aiming is a playlist, because in Osmosis you can create your own playlist, and the playlist can be shared with your students. So let's try to find some, I don't know, glucose. Glucosuria. Glucose is low. This is the subject that I want to discuss with students on my next classes. So I use it like a Google, right? So I've searched and I have results, 40 videos, which are more and less relevant to my interest. The most relevant are on top. I have a filter on the left side where I can choose if I want all videos, or maybe the ones with basic sciences perspective or clinical sciences perspective, right? So then as a teacher, I should preview those videos if they are corresponding to my way of teaching, right? So you can simply watch it, but also you can create the playlist. So I'm adding into my new playlist, which I call low glucose. right? So this video arrived to my playlist, and then I'm investigating maybe another one, pediatrics. Okay, let's jump and add it to my low glucose, and maybe one more, the third one, again to my low glucose playlist. And every time I have this confirmation that it was added. And where are my playlists? When I'm going to this part here, I can see all my playlists that I've created, right? As you can see, I have several playlists. Let's jump to low glucose playlist. Yeah, so there are 3 videos of my choice. They are in one place. I can play them all. I can quiz them all because, as you can see, I have flashcards, questions USMLE Step 1, questions USMLE Step 2, which are from all those 3 videos, right? So this assessment part is gathered in one place. And I can simply go to share functionality on the right side, and I can copy the link and send to my students. Please watch those videos before the classes because they are engaging, they are funny, they are in the format that you love from Instagram or TikTok maybe. So you will be introduced to the topic on university level. You will come to my classes and you will understand more from my presentation, what I have prepared for you. And maybe if you would like to use some case-based questions, you can use one of them, which are here on the USMLE Step 2 questions available. So let's jump to this question. As you can see, there is a question which is really clinically oriented. 6-year-old newborn child, some clinical description, some results from investigations, examinations, and we have the question, of course. Yeah, so this is the question and we have answers. So this is a perfect content to use by a teacher during classes as a case-based learning exam. Also, students can play it afterwards, all the questions that were gathered in one place, and practice their knowledge afterwards. Yeah, so this is like those playlists are extremely useful to for teachers to implement in their materials that they share with their students. One last thing that I want to describe is very useful for students. So we have this study schedule functionality, and this one is very useful to plan my work, everyday habits before my final exam. Yeah, so simply, I won't jump into details, but you can try it on your own. Here, simply, you have to put the date of your exam, let's say in 3 months, and the topic of the exam. And then Osmosis will organize your everyday work with also 3 days off, right? And will suggest you the best videos, the best flashcards, the best questions to practice to prepare the best for your final exam in 3 months, right? So to avoid overload, like you're missing some time on a daily basis and then you're practicing all the knowledge before the exam, instead of this, you can simply study smarter with Osmosis with the plan designed by Osmosis. Right. What else? For teachers, for lectures, we have admin functionality, which allows us to see how the students are doing their job, right? So if you create a playlist as a teacher, you can see if your students watched this, if they played the questions, how they answered, if they were right or not, and what was the if they were confident or not with the topics. So as you can see, I have this admin rights for all the universities that are using Osmosis in our region. So there is a huge list. We can see even by name who joined Osmosis and who is using it. The last thing that I want to show, and you can also check it on your own when you register in Osmosis, is a community. When you jump to community and the option Osmosis around the world, there will be a big map of the whole world where Osmosis is used. And there are simply videos submitted by the students who decided to give us feedback, why they love Osmosis. I won't play it, just simply will show you what is this. This is a student from Romania. In Romania, all the 7 universities are using Osmosis. So there is simply a student. I will just show you describing how he is using Osmosis, what is good, especially useful from students' perspective. I believe this is very useful for teachers to listen to students, what they say, what they expect, what you can provide them through Osmosis to make the most of their skills and the best marks on the exam and the best doctors afterwards. Right, so yeah, I have to submit. If I'm a human, sorry for that. I will quickly summarize what I have said, and then I will give you a chance to ask me questions maybe. Yeah, so starting from the registration, you have the link. You have to jump to the link. It's in the chat of this meeting. And also there is a QR code, which is here. So you can simply scan it and register on your phone, for example. After this process, and please remember to use your school email for registration, both students or lecturers. After this, you have to receive the confirmation link on your email, submit it, the link, and then you will get this interface. And this is full Osmosis ready to use. It's covering all the subjects from anatomy to clinical years, with corresponding assessment part, questions, and flashcards. You can simply watch the videos. You can look for the videos through the search engine. Teachers and also students can create their playlist. With this, they can have their spaced repetition cues. Also, you can simply look for questions or for flashcards for particular topic, right? If you want to practice particular topic, not only through the videos and the questions associated with the videos, you can also create your questions queue by filtering by subjects. Just try. This is very easy, intuitive, so nothing to discuss. That's it. Do you have any questions? Maybe I should repeat something. Anybody here?
Yes, I'm here. In the chat, there are no questions.
No questions?
Michal, can I maybe just ask you to explore a little bit on the curriculum support we provide to the universities?
I cannot hear you, Jana. You asking me about the curriculum integration, right?
Yes. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Very poorly, but I think we can.
Okay.
So yes. This is what, about this curriculum. We have the kind of service which is free of charge. I mean, in the price that if you decide to go with Osmosis and you will pay. So we have the free service of creating the playlist, right? So I've shown you the example how the individual teacher can create a playlist, but if university will send us the full list of subjects through the whole student journey from anatomy to clinical years, like let's say this it will be like Excel file with all the subjects, we can create the links to playlist instead of teachers, right? So you will get the ready content simply to implement by clicking the link and implementing to your curriculum. I hope you understand me, right? So this is the service that takes some time to organize. If let's say there will be like strategic decision that you want to implement Osmosis in your program of the whole university, we can organize those playlists for you. And this is free of charge. So all the teachers can get their playlist and they don't need to spend time on creating them, like choosing the videos. It will be done by our editorial teams. And that's it. Simply register and use it. There is an app, Osmosis app also, which the students can download on their devices. From my perspective, the app is perfect for recalling knowledge. So when you investigate something in this browser version that I presented right now, then the app is very good to practice flashcards and questions, play the videos that I have chosen before. But for the first step, like you are starting particular topic, I believe the browser version is better than the app. But just to let you know that the app is also available in App Store and Google Play for the students' devices. That's it from my side. If there are no questions, I think we will finish. Is there any question in the chat?
No questions
no
in the
question.
chat. Probably I will say just one thing in Slovak. Pokiaľ máte akékoľvek otázky, ktoré vyplynú aj po webinári, tak kľudne sa nás pýtajte. Ja vám budem posielať záznam z webinára a budete mať moju e-mailovú adresu a telefón, keby ste potrebovali.
Again, thank you very much. Have a good evening and enjoy Osmosis.